lots of mistakes, and we're going to make mistakes. So you, at this age, thinking about your career, the first thing you need to think about is, okay, God has a plan for me. God, I want to know what that plan is. I want you to guide me down this path to my career and help my plan be your plan, because God's plan is perfect. Okay? God's word also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. If you put your relationship with Christ first in your life, all these other things are going to be added to you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to make sure that you get the right job. He's going to make sure that you have enough money to pay your bills and do all the things that you want to do. But number one is follow God's plan. Number two is when God puts you somewhere to do a job, do it as if you're doing it unto the Lord. Okay? Now, in today's society, it is preferable to have a degree, to go get an education, because when you get a job, that is a business transaction. They're giving you insurance and a check every week or every 2 weeks or however, whatever it is, and you're giving them your experience, your knowledge, your talents, and your work. Okay? So it is a business transaction. You're going to give them something, and they're going to give you something back. And they want it. Everything is a business. A church is a business. It's run like a business. Okay? A hospital is a business. A plant is a business. Everything runs on the concept of a business concept. Okay? Now, God is the only one that gives for free. I can tell you. God gives you grace and mercy and things for free. He doesn't expect you to do something back. But businesses, on the other hand, do. They want you to do your job. They want you to follow the rules and the policies. So when you're thinking about a career, you need to think about, number one, what is God's plans for me? Number two, what is it going to take for me to get there? Where do I want to be in 5 years? If God's plan for me is to do this, how do I get there and start taking those steps, prayerfully taking those steps? And then when you get there, make sure that you're working hard and giving that employer what he's asking for. And you will succeed in your career. You got any questions about all that? A lot of information quickly. But the wrong steps will carry you down a path you don't want to go. Putting your will in front of God's will is going to throw you off of a plan that you should be on and put you in a place you shouldn't be. There's a lot of industry around here, chemical industry. And most of the jobs around here service the chemical and refining industry. We live on the Gulf Coast, lots of drilling and oil and natural gas. And the industry does ebb and flow a little bit, so sometimes a good job this year may not be as busy next year, but most careers are centered around the industry. Mr. Derrick's job, Mr. Derrick's job, they service the chemical and refining industry. He works for a company that makes piping and piping systems to be put in the chemical and oil industry, and that's what he does. His company services companies like mine. So you'll see a lot of people moving into that direction, either a service industry that services oil and chemical and refining, or you'll see people actually working in the oil, chemical, and refining business. And then naturally, there's always regular services like automobile services and medical, people working in the medical field take care of us old people who are starting to fall apart. That happens quicker than you think too, by the way. But when you start thinking about your careers, you need to first pray about it. What do I need to do? You don't need a degree to be successful, but a degree is preferable rather, because it gives you an advantage over the next person. When you have 5 positions to fill fill, and you get 400 applications for 5 positions, how do you become one of those 5? What does it take for you to be one of those 5? And I can tell you, when you're first starting out, Caleb, it is hard to be one of those 5. It is very hard. And sometimes God may put somebody in your life who can help you be one of those 5. I don't even work for Total anymore, and I get calls all the time for people who want to be one of those 5 at Total. You know, so sometimes God may put somebody in your life that can help you, you know, start out, get moving along the path. Don't be afraid to call a friend or call a family member and say, hey, what do I do about this? How do I get this done? How do I do that? You know, when it comes to interviews, when you get to that stage, you need to just be honest and be yourself. Because people like me can see straight through somebody who's trying to be somebody else. So you need to always be honest